President Trump spoke to supporters early this morning in the overnight hours. In that speech and also again today on Twitter, he declared victory in multiple states that have not yet been called.
We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
So a lot of reaction to that today as well. President Trump telling his supporters last night that he could take this fight to the Supreme Court and perhaps, as he's done, ask for the counting to stop in some of the remaining battleground states where he's currently ahead.
He also cited the need for more transparency as the ballots are being counted. Every state has its own election law, but all states do require every vote be counted. So much more going on there. Fox 59's Courtney Crown actually talking with a constitutional law expert tonight. And Courtney, this now brings in the 2000 presidential election, bringing that into the conversation.
Yeah, that's right, Finch. And you'll remember the race between Republican George W. Bush and Democrat Al Gore. A month before the election, a 5-4 vote in the Supreme Court put Bush in the president's seat. And tonight, we wanted to know when or if the Supreme Court might get involved in this 2020 election.
So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list, okay? It's a very sad moment.
President Donald Trump addressing supporters early this morning at the White House. An IU School of Law professor says typically cases involving a vote count in a state go to the state's court.
If the president doesn't get what he wants in a particular state court or a state, he can always try to get emergency relief from the Supreme Court. Now, I think they're going to be very reluctant to get involved.
IU McKinney School of Law professor Gerard Magliocca explains the Supreme Court might be reluctant to get involved because an election is a divisive place for the justices to land.
Because half of the country will be very angry at them no matter what they do, right? And so they only want to do that if absolutely necessary. And the example of Bush versus Gore is in the minds of some of them who were on the court when Bush versus Gore was decided.
The president's campaign filed lawsuits in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. In Michigan and Pennsylvania, the campaign requests more access to where the ballots are being processed and counted, and they want to review the ballots already opened and processed. In Georgia, the suit asks a judge to ensure state laws regarding absentee ballots are being followed. Democratic candidate Joe Biden said Wednesday the vote counting should continue in all states.
Now, every vote must be counted. No one's going to take our democracy away from us. Not now, not ever.
Well, the president has requested a recount in Wisconsin. He trailed Vice President Joe Biden by less than 1% there. Reporting in the newsroom tonight, Courtney Crown, Fox 59 News.
Courtney, thank you.